16 minutes now after the hour, the feds are now allowing a special flag ceremony at military funerals by request only after families caused an uproar. Was this whole controversy, political correctness, gone amok? Joining us right now from Irvine, California is Rees Lloyd. He's a member of the American Legion Memorial Honor Detail for services at Riverside National Cemetery. Sir, thank you for your service, and thanks for getting up so early to be with us today.
Thank you very much for your interest in this issue.
Well, it's got a lot of people bothered, Rees, and I understand it was out there at Riverside where somebody complained about something that was said over one of the folds. Why are you so bothered by this?
I'm a member of the American Legion Memorial Honor Detail team that has performed over 1,400 military services to honor our fellow veterans. And we believe that the families of our deceased comrades should have the ability and the right to determine how they are honored in their funerals, and not have those decisions made by bureaucrats sitting back in Washington, D.C.
Right.
We think it appalling and a slap in the face to veterans to have an edict come down barring us from performing the services as the families desire.
Have you not done a service? Have you not shown up? Have you altered the format because of this edict?
On the first Tuesday of this month, we were on duty, and we were performing the 6th funeral of the day when a staff car drove up and a staff member told us that we were barred from reciting the flag folding ceremony because it had been banned by the VA. And we'll be on duty again next Tuesday, and a decision will be made by us what we do. Right. If a family requests it, we intend to do it and to defy the ban. Hopefully they will lift it before that time. Well,
yesterday, after the story ran on FoxNews.com, Rees, the Veterans Affairs came out and they said volunteer guards can read, but the family members need to provide the materials. Now, you are not considered a volunteer because you get your insurance benefits through the government, right? So you can't do it.
Well, what we need to have clarified, and we're working with Ramona Joyce, our representative in Washington, D.C. for the American Legion, to clarify their clarification in the VA. We have a little bit of bureaucratic obfuscation.
Do you think?
They are saying voluntary honor guard teams can do it.
Right.
We, however, they have defined us in the past as employees. We want to make sure that our American Legion, VFW, and other Memorial Honor Detail teams are now authorized to read it.
Wow.
They are requiring that the families, for some absurd reason, to bring us the documents instead of using the documents we already have.
Right, Rees Lloyd, you do a great thing every single day. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, and we'll continue to do that to serve our fellow veterans.
Absolutely, and also a dozen members of Congress are on his side. They want the government to change, and change fast. All right, over the last couple of days, we've been talking to you about the flag flap. Somebody out in California complained about the so-called 13-fold service. Somebody went to the White House, or the administration complained, and so then the Veterans Affairs banned it until yesterday. Watch this. We have a little clip. You're going to have to trust me on that. Anyway, it sounds as if they have rescinded the order that would have banned it, and now Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North Jones is live. Apparently now the family can request it, and it will be performed.
Full disclosure, I am a life member of the American Legion, and the American Legion is the one that published the so-called symbols for folding the flag. Here are the ones that were deemed to be offensive by some. The 11th fold, the seal of King David, King Solomon, and glorifies their eyes of God, Abraham, and Jacob. And what the Department of Veterans Affairs has now done, and the folks who run the national cemeteries, said if the family wants it, they will have it.
Yeah, but why didn't they just do it the opposite way, Colonel? Because this is what's been upsetting to a lot of people over the last few days. Why not just opt out for the people who don't want to hear these recitations?
Well, I agree with you, Gretchen. I mean, the problem is that what we've got is, and I'm not trying to offend the folks at the Department of Veterans Affairs, but we have a government bureaucracy that is so politically sensitive to do the politically correct thing that they're, as soon as a complaint comes in from some atheist somewhere, they decide, okay, we'll stop it. Please don't come and interfere with our ceremonies anymore. Instead of, as you suggest, okay, fine, if a family doesn't want it, we won't do it.
But
It's
that's
far
one
simpler
person
thing.
complaining to the overwhelming majority.
The same thing happened with the flags coming down off the Capitol. You remember? I mean, the words "one nation under God," which was, by the way, one of the 4 offensive portions in this flag folding ceremony. That's what got us here.
Well, they've rescinded it. That's the good news.
Yes, it is good news.
With some small print.